Say
I have a
something.
friend who's very
Okay.
something.
You should be audible on the stream.
Hello, world.
And the game doesn't... Oh no, the game is there. The game in sounds. That's good. The game sounds and you all sound.
Sounded good.
Okay, fantastic. I'll start the podcast and then you can start playing.
I'll lower the music volume a bit.
Now recording.
It works for Brutal Legend.
It's Tuesday, the 5th of May, and it's time to get your gaming grin on with the GameGrin GrinCast. Here with their games and their grins are Erin.
Hi, I'm not playing any games.
Jackman.
I am not playing. Well, I am, but not this.
And Gauze.
I'm not playing.
You're the only one who's playing, yes. Today, in a change to usual, to celebrate May the 4th, which was yesterday, if you're listening to this on the podcast.
Revenge of the 5th.
Get it? Made the 4th. Ace is very clever.
But
Ace can up with this himself.
Anyway, we're watching Gauze play Star Wars The Force Unleashed on the Twitch channel, and yeah, you might as well start playing, Gauze, and the rest of us will talk about the game, we'll talk about Star Wars in general. We'll see what happens.
So, what's the first Star Wars video game ever? No, skip. I don't want... No, skip.
Star Wars. An arcade game with wireframe graphics.
There was also a few on the NES and SNES, which were like adventure titles that weren't very good.
Was Super Star Wars not great?
So I was yelling stop because the Star Wars theme started playing.
It may have been Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back for the Atari 2600 and Intellivision, released in 1982.
So if you are watching, then you'll be seeing the scrolling text, which talks about how Darth Vader is attacking a Wookiee village on Kashyyyk.
That's where Lumpy and Itchy and Mala live. From Star Wars Holiday Special.
I never actually watched that. Is it good?
No.
Oh.
No.
There's like
Well,
zero value to watching that.
There's negative value to the universe.
You can see Mark Hamill in very weird makeup.
Yeah, I think that's the post-accident, so they might have had to use a lot of makeup.
Could be.
For
For
those
turning into
who...
the Joker in real life.
Wow. Yeah, for those who don't know, after the first Star Wars movie, Mark Hamill was in a terrible accident, and that's why in the opening of the second movie he gets swiped by a Yeti in the face.
So while Gauze starts killing Wookiees, if you do a search on Steam for Star Wars, there's plenty of games released over the years. There's Lego, there's racing, there's strategy, there's flying. plenty of flying. No point-and-click adventures.
This is
There-
true. That's quite sad.
I just saw a lot of DLCs for Star Wars Pinball, which I didn't know what.
So much pinball.
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was a thing, and I didn't want to know. So a lot of those pinball DLCs are. Wait, can I kill my own people? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of those Star Wars pinballs things is like it's like a diorama with like characters and animations, and I was questioning how do you how would you play that effectively if you're distracted by all that happening? By Mark Hamill
Well-
getting attacked by a Yeti, for example.
Well, in 2019, Star Wars Pinball, a collection of all of the various pinball tables, was released on the Switch. I went to Nintendo's offices and played it. And
With your uncle that worked at Nintendo.
I scored it a 9. One thing I did like was that you could hold the Switch, like rotate, if it was in handheld mode, you could rotate it on its side and play the pinball table that way. Vertically, some might call it.
Okay, I just found a jump button and it totally ruins Darth Vader. You can just jump around.
You mean like jumping ruined adult Yoda in that episode 2, 3?
Yeah.
You mean Beyblade Yoda?
Yeah, you after the original trilogy, you'd figure he could just kill you with your mind if you wanted, but no, in the prequels they make him use a lightsaber and flip around everywhere.
Bad.
So what Star Wars games do everyone here played or liked or wants to talk about?
Well, I have played through The Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2. I wrote a diary about both of them and every version of these games because, there was a time when not every version of every game was on par with the rest.
Oh. Do they like? Is there difference in features or just performance?
A lot of it is features. There's some on the PlayStation 2. I can't remember which one had extra levels compared to the PlayStation 3/PC version.
I think the Xbox was like the best one, maybe.
The PC version of The Force Unleashed 2 is horrible and doesn't run properly even if you go through fixes. So I recommend the Xbox version because that's the one I played.
I'm trying to figure out how to pick them up and throw them.
You gotta move like the stick, I believe, once you've picked them up.
Just. Oh yeah, that just propels them when you release. Thank you. Did you play this one, Aaron?
I've played this one, yeah. I've played this in the sequel. It's quite fun. I did spend a lot of time in the prologue area grinding for achievements, though.
Oh, you can get achievements in here.
Yes, at least on the Xbox version. I've played a lot of the
I don't-
bigger Star
so-
Wars games, I think.
I was gonna say, I don't know why I'm attacking stormtroopers when they run up to me thinking they're enemies.
I think there is an achievement for doing that.
I don't know why you would be able to, other than, oh, it's going to be fun. But I think...
that's the point of games, isn't it? Fun.
Yeah, but
Eric, Erin, didn't you attend an event for Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
That I did. That I did. It was back in 2023. I still have my like press card like lanyard thing. It's got like cool Jedi symbols on it. They even gave me like a lightsaber. They really wined and dined me. They took me to Disneyland. I tried to get through as much of the first game as I could before going, and I really loved Fallen Order. And honestly, playing Survivor was a really nice experience. Just very fluid and fun to just move around and stuff. It didn't get as good of reviews as the first one, but I quite enjoyed it. Though yes, I was wined and dined beforehand. uh, it's a fun game and has like the both have like a neat sort of story to them. Sometimes a little edgy in places, but good performances all around. And I love running around and doing all like the wall jumps and such.
I avoided the Star Wars Jedi games because I hear that there's spiders and like I'm just not going to go through that.
It's fair. I don't remember any spiders specifically, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
You know, I would look up if there's mods, arachnophobia mods, because it's a Star Wars game. So if modding is relatively accessible, then someone probably made that.
That's a good
Like,
idea.
yeah.
Jackman, what about you?
I
Star Wars
played a
games?
few Star Wars games. I played the Force Unleashed titles on PC, so I got to enjoy that as well. I've played Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Oh, those are great.
Clunky as all get out, but good. I played some of the early. What are they called? I didn't play. I haven't played Dark Forces yet, but I played like Jedi Academy and Outcast. I can't remember
Outcast,
the
yeah.
names. Yeah, which I very much enjoyed. That was my first experience playing with a dual wielding Jedi. That was the coolest thing. For the modern games I've played, for what was the first one with Cal Kestis? Fallen
Fallen
Order.
Order, yeah.
So I played that. I've been meaning to get into Jedi Survivor or whatever it is, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
That's fair. It was released only like a couple of years ago. May as well wait for, you know, a nice big sale.
Like right
Yeah,
now,
and I'm a exactly.
it's 85% off.
I'm still fighting a bit of Souls-like fatigue, so that's the main reason.
Yeah. It's definitely easier than a lot of Souls-likes, which can be both a blessing and a curse when dealing with Souls fatigue.
It is, and I do enjoy Cal as a character. He was fun in the first one.
Yeah, he's a good protagonist, and I quite enjoy the actor playing him. He's good in Gotham as not Joker. He's good in Shameless as Child. Uh, he's pretty good.
You mean in Gotham as not Joker and not Joker?
Oh yeah, sorry, not Joker, and then also not Joker. Yes, Cameron Monaghan is very good at playing not Joker.
For those of you who don't know, he plays a twin brothers basically, and the first one is basically first becomes not Joker, and then the second one goes crazy and becomes not Joker after the first one dies.
Of course.
How fantastically cheap must have been in the hiring department. They just, oh man, we need to kill someone off and get someone else to play not Joker. Wait a minute.
Wins.
I think the first Star Wars game I played was a demo of X-Wing. It was a DOS demo. and I, to that day, had not actually watched Star Wars. And so I had no idea what I was doing. The demo just starts with you in an X-Wing and assumes that you know what you're doing. So I just learnt the buttons and just fired at whatever was flying. I don't know if they were friendly or if they were enemies. I was just shooting everything. And it actually gave me a taste for space games.
Oh, very exciting.
I'm not sure.
I recall there being I think it was like Star Fighter, Star Captain, Star something on the like Xbox, and it was very cool, very funny. It was kind of like Ace Combat where you just flew different kinds of Star Wars spaceships around, and it was a fun, cool, fun time. And then I got it on the PC because they ported it, and the port was the biggest hunk of rubbish.
Oh no.
Oof.
I think the first Star Wars game that I played was Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. With the all 6 movies represented. This was at uh, my next door neighbor's grandson's. Well, my next door neighbor's house, playing with their grandson, and my experience playing that was he would uh, grab an invincible character and then beat me up in the game, and then we would play like a racing level, and then he would win.
Oh god, I remember the pod racing levels were horrible.
Find it here.
Goodness gracious, they move so quickly.
Disguise yourself from me, Jedi.
And the camera does not, especially when you're playing with multiple people.
It's just a headache waiting to happen. Ah.
Has any of you, before they were made non-canon, did you get into the expanded lore? Expanded universe?
Pretty much just with the KOTOR games. I really fell in love with KOTOR 1 even when I was playing it on like the 360, and the camera and race and like the screen was all weird and stretched out. But I really enjoyed the characters there, and the big twist. Uh, but I hadn't really expanded much out in that expanded lore beyond that. I've tapped into it a little bit with the Star Wars Legends characters that appear in one of the mobile games, Galaxy of Heroes. But outside of that, not really.
I
I mean,
have never read any of the books, and I've never watched any of the cartoons. Before they were made non-canon, the only comics that I'd read were Tag and Bink, which are basically parody comics. Because there's these two numbskulls, Tag and Bink, who are they're part of the Empire, and they happen to be everywhere that something notable is going on in the background, and just a bit of being incompetent. But yeah, despite being a big comic reader, Star Wars is just not something that I read a lot of until after Disney bought them and Marvel started publishing a load of comics.
that's
Who
fair.
was better, Tag or Bink?
They were a pair.
Sorry for interrupting you there.
No, I keep talking about you all, so I'm the one interrupting. There is, you probably know, but there's a content creator, Linkara, who goes through a lot of comic stuff. And through that, I learned that there was like alternate versions of the movies with completely different plots and whatnot that they adapted into comics. So those were very fascinating to read through.
The Star Wars.
Yes.
Oh. I do love seeing alternate takes, honestly. What was all
Yeah,
different about it?
I think it was based on the original draft of the movie, so lots of changes. Characters are different colours.
Different colors?
I think Yoda and Chewie were completely different.
Oh yeah, the artist didn't know what Yoda was supposed to look like or what size he was supposed to be. So as Linkara's going through it, he's highlighting how okay, he looks about backpack size here, and here he looks like pixie size.
Far more powerful nearby.
I mean, he is one with the Force. He can grow or shrink and expand.
This is true. The Force can do a great many things if you let it flow through you.
But speaking of original draft of Star Wars, Luke Skywalker was originally Luke Starkiller, which is related to this game because the main character's name is Starkiller.
Fun fact:
Good old
you never
John
find out.
Starkiller.
You never find out why he's called that, and
Come with me.
in both games, people just start calling him Starkiller. It's not like this is your code name. No, that's just what we're calling you.
That's his name, Starkiller.
I heard that the name Starkiller became free, so I'm gonna call you that, because that other guy is Skywalker.
So humorously, there had already been another, at least one other canon Starkiller before this guy in KOTOR, in the fighting pit arena in the first area on Taurus, I think it was. There's this Bendak Starkiller guy who's the most fearsome enemy in the death pits. That you have to fight him to the death, and you do, and he dies.
Destroy him and bring me his lightsaber.
I shall leave it once.
So I guess that means Starkiller did get freed up
The
again
Emperor
after.
will not discover you. Leave no
Well, we've brought up Knights of the Old Republic a couple of times. I have not. I've tried to play it a few times, and the most recent attempt was 6 years ago, apparently. And I spent an hour downloading mods,
Yeah.
life, not life. Things to quality of life improvement mods and add in missing things and I just never got around to it because it's a who's the developer? It's a BioWare game, so that it's just going to be a whole thing, and I have not had the time to do a whole thing.
True.
It's only £2.12 at the moment. Knights of the Old Republic.
Hey, there is a remake apparently in the works for it. Maybe you could always give that a shot when it comes out.
Indeed.
I remember my first time going through it, I didn't fully understand how to build a character. I'm not sure what happened, but I hit a point where I couldn't get through. I kept trying to do a fight, and I kept dying in seconds.
Oh,
I kept trying to save scum to get to get through things, resetting whenever anyone hit me, because hitting me meant I would die. And I made it through at least a couple planets that way. It was very slow, but I couldn't get through much further at that point, and I eventually had to actually experience the game years later. I can be very stubborn.
It seems the next Star Wars game that's going to come out is Zero Company, an XCOM style game
Sorry,
set in the twilight of the Clone Wars.
I do enjoy the Clone Wars era. Do any of y'all have like any favored eras of the Star Warses? I really enjoy the time of like the prequels and such. Like I really like how like it sort of like blurs the some of like the
According to
lines between like the
Imperial
light
records,
side and
Master
the dark
Ron
side a
Kotor
bit,
was a respected general in the Clone Wars.
You're hunting Jedi.
where like the light is
I bring Darth Vader's enemies to
pretty
justice.
corrupt in a lot of ways as well.
Now so do you.
And
Master Kotor was a military genius, but
you know,
felt
they're
that clone
both
soldiers
the light
were
side and dark
unfit
side
for
are being
battle.
like
Instead, he
manipulated
relied
by
on his own militia.
bad people trying
So there
to
were no clones in his squad
you know,
in Order 66.
make a grab at power.
After Order 66, he vanished. Official Imperial records actually.
Personally, I don't have a favorite era, but
He wants to be
I've watched 5 of the 9 movies, and
Pilots have you lost before me?
as I said before, not really any of the cartoons. I've seen maybe half an episode of some of the Disney Plus shows, and as for the comics, the ones I've read mostly take place between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. There are a bunch of comics about the High Republic era, which is like 1,000 years in the past, and that's just daunting to consider reading those. Like, I barely have a handle on quote unquote modern Star Wars.
Oh, but Ace, there's even a High Republic show now.
There is? Oh.
When I was looking,
Don't worry, I only got 1 season.
when I was looking for games to play today, I saw that there's a Star Wars racing game coming out that's like everything, every kind of vehicle.
Galactic Racer, isn't it?
Yeah.
That might be the next one, not Zero.
Ooh, published by
company.
Secret Mode. Oh, it's got Sebulba. It's gotta be good.
But is it going to be better than Super Bombat Racing?
That's a good point. I have no idea what that even is.
It's like Mario Kart, but I mean it doesn't. I don't think it plays like Mario Kart, but the closest comparison, I think, would be Mario Kart, but Star Wars.
Honestly, that sounds kind of fun.
Oh, going back to Force Unleashed that you're playing, one of my favorite things to do in space levels is to throw people out of windows. It's just, it's never not funny to me.
Oh, I didn't read the tutorial. I'm supposed to push it at the door, not pull out things from the wall. I was trying to be more clever than the game.
You're allowed to pull things out of walls. It's fine. It's just you're just doing spring cleaning. Those don't spark joy. It's fine to get rid of them. Besides, it's more ammo to throw at all the the troopers.
So the last Star Wars game that I played was Star Wars Outlaws, which came out in 2024. It's had a couple of DLCs, which kind of put me off the game because Wildcard is one of them, and you have to play Sabak, and I'm just no good at it. So I don't want to play the DLC because it means I'm going to have to play the card game.
That's a great point. The DLC would be much better if it made you play Pazak.
Oh, it's one of the games. Sabak, I was right. Yes, aren't you cited on Wikipedia for an article about Pazak?
Yes, I wrote an article explaining that I was a fan of the game Pazak from the KOTOR series again. sort of like a 1v1 blackjack kind of thing, where you and an opponent are both trying to, get as close as you can to like 21 or so. Might have been 25, not sure. Without going over in like 3 rounds, versus Sabak, which is kind of like poker. I wrote that in response to getting a Sabak Coruscant shift deck at Disneyland and really not enjoying playing it. My goodness. Yeah, and I'm cited on like list of fictional games just to like this is somehow the most factual place people can get information about how Pazak works. Funnily enough, I got a comment on that article, being like, "Hey, I think maybe you aren't giving Sabak enough of a chance. Would you like to play Sabak online with us? This like a existing like Star Wars fan group where they like make physical Sabak decks and play online together." I got invited to a Discord group. It was pretty fun, honestly. I definitely don't enjoy it more than Pazak still, but it was enjoyable in in the way that poker is enjoyable, and I do love poker, but I still do think I prefer Pazak.
You're allowed a preference.
This is true. It's definitely got a bit of nostalgia because of KOTOR, but it was nice to give Sabak more of a chance. Maybe you should give Sabak a chance in this Star Wars Outlaws DLC and see what you think.
No, I refuse.
Okay, that's fair. I would refuse to. Congrats on destroying the TIE fighters.
Thank you.
So, are you enjoying the game, Goose?
Yeah. I actually played it when it came out, but I don't remember all about it. Also, I've been skipping cutscenes, so I have no idea why I'm killing people.
Oh yes, you've been being very dutiful about skipping cutscenes, except of course for the one where Starkiller got attacked by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I skipped that too when I saw it was going on for a long time.
Oh, I thought it just ended naturally with him talking to the robot dressed up as his crush.
Yeah, when the moment I saw that he was like, "Oh my god, a girl! What is this?" And he started talking to the robot about what's a girl. I was done. I assume
He's
that's
a
what he was
pilot.
talking about.
He was just upset that like they gave him a squishy human pilot instead of like letting him pilot or having like a robot pilot or something. I don't remember. I'm watching this with the sound off. Speaking of random characters and stuff, are any of y'all familiar with famed Star Wars character Glub Shitto?
That's not real. Glob shit.
Yeah, it's like a. At least I've heard it a lot on the web of like a lot of Star Trek names sound a little silly, so people just refer to obscure Star Wars characters, Star Wars characters as Glub Shittos, since they allegedly sound like Glub Shitto.
Okay.
My favorite bit of Star Wars naming weirdness is the one video game they released. I can't remember for which console, which was just called Star Wars. Is it like Legends of Terascasi or something?
I thought you were gonna say
Which is
Nemoidians.
just that is good as well. Terascasi being Finnish and meaning Iron Fist, so it's basically and literally just Star Wars Tekken.
It is. It's weird because Han Solo is in it, and yeah, he just beats people with his fists. But there's also Darth Vader, and he has a lightsaber.
So, guys, are you going to continue streaming this for the rest of the week, or?
I might. I still have Bayonetta to finish. Actually, my other idea was in Bayonetta there's a secret weapon that's a lightsaber, but I think I'm far from unlocking it. I think it's green or red.
One of the two.
I'd imagine red for Bayonetta, but then again, be magenta.
You know, I'd never heard of Masters of Terascasi. I'd never known there was a Star Wars fighting game.
There may be a reason for that.
There may be
It
more
was
than
not
one.
good.
Apparently, it features an unlockable Leia in bikini fighter.
Of course it does. My exposure to the game is a friend of a friend. When I'd hang out with my friend, sometimes we go to his friend's house, and he owned that game on PlayStation. He would load it up, put in a cheat that unlocked something every single time. It was like 4 different occasions. Had to unlock this thing before starting to play.
Perfect.
Well, in those old games, you'd usually have like a way to unlock something normal on your save file, but you could also unlock it with your cheat code, with a cheat code. So instead of playing it normally, you might just input a bunch of cheat codes every single time.
I do love cheat codes. Cheating is fun.
I wanted to mention that I don't know what the first Star Wars game I played was, but I vividly remember Yoda Stories. Anyone familiar with that?
No.
It's like a desktop game. It's really shitty. It's like top-down sprites. You play as a little Luke Skywalker, and you go on like randomly generated adventures, and they're really and there's very little variation between them, and the presentation is very confusing. When you shoot a character, when you shoot or lightsaber character, you go ugh! Ugh!
What if, hear me out, what if they remade Yoda Stories, but they replaced every sound effect with the Yoda death scream from Lego Star Wars?
I don't know what that is.
That's fair, never mind then.
I don't know how that sounds, I mean.
It's like or something like that.
Now replace it with the R2-D2 death scream from Lego Star Wars. Yeah.
That's funnier. But it's interesting though. I thought, Ace, didn't you say that there was like never like a Star Wars like a point and click adventure game?
I did say that.
And yet here we have Yoda Stories.
Yoda Stories, yeah.
I mean, it's not point and click, really.
Well, Wikipedia thinks it is.
Oh, it does it. Weird. Or maybe
It
was?
is the second and last LucasArts desktop adventure series. The other one was
after
Indiana Jones.
It was ported to the Game Boy Color in 1999.
If it had to be even shittier because it was going on a Game Boy or a PC, then I wouldn't touch it.
That is fair. Craig Harris of IGN allegedly stated the game was, quote, one of the technically lamest and structurally annoying Game Boy games ever developed.
Yeah, but what do IGN know?
That's a great point.
Well,
I
they know
bet it
about
just did.
water. Sorry,
I bet it just had too much water for them. Yoda's whole planet is like filled with water, isn't it?
We're not sure where Yoda's from, to be honest. I mean, Dagobah is, but he doesn't live. He isn't from there.
True, but he does vacation there.
Can't remember what Yoda's race is called.
I don't
She
think
even
they
has a name.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually wound up giving it a name.
It's obviously called a Yoda because there's Baby Yoda, and his name is like
Grogu.
George. Or that.
Grogu.
His
George
first name is
Yoda.
Grogu. His second name is Yoda. You know, like the Hutts. Jabba the Hutt. He speaks Huttese.
That was actually mentioning that there was like after her Star Wars Holiday Special, there's like a joke that Chewbacca's surname is Baka, and
Chewie no Baka.
because his family is called like Lumpy, Scratchy, and Mala, like with like following the theme of Chewie. So
Lump Baka.
Lumpy Baka. It's like it sounds like an STD. You have a lumpy baka.
Okay, well, I think we've reached the end of this podcast. Thank you for joining us, everyone, and thank you for joining me, Aaron, Jack, and Gus.
No
I
worries.
think we have
Having us, AC
the.
Baka.
I think we have the name for the episode at least.
Lumpy baka.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening to the GrinCast, and better yet, thank you for subscribing wherever you found this episode. You can find out more from us on GameGrin.com, finding us on social media, or listening to the Pals Anime Lounge. Until next time, game on.
Oh, hey, wait. Apparently, Yoda was the illegitimate child of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy.
So what about Baby?
Baby Yoda was, another illegitimate child. Their cousins.
The legitimate.
They're brothers. They're brothers. No, he was legitimate. You're right. You're right. After all, everything was owned by Disney then.
You know, I might actually continue playing this, but I don't know. There's just so much choice at the moment. I still didn't get to Pragmata, and at the moment, all the people are playing Star Wars games too. So I don't know.
I mean, if nothing else, the game is not very long. But if you decide to play it, it'll only be probably a few sessions.
Mm. That's perfect for me. But sorry, go on. You were gonna say something?
I was?
I thought you were. Then yeah, we're gonna raid Ali, not Written Smith.
Get him. Cappy Alley.
Not if I
Yes.
get there first.
Yes, I'll be back tomorrow for PMBST to probably finish up Bayonetta because I don't have much left. And on Wednesday, something new. I actually managed to find a few choices for what to do next. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I got that running. Took some doing to like have it work well enough. I'd like to get through the whole trilogy of that too.
Those are some great games. Good choice.
Yeah, I actually used to play Warrior Within a lot, like over and over and over, from start to finish.
I don't blame you. It's a good one, even though it is weird.
I also learned that the voice actor for Prince in Warrior Within specifically, because they changed him, voices Travis Touchdown in No More Heroes, which is
Really?
a weird connection. But yeah, we're gonna raid, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.
Good
Be
night,
nice to
Seattle.
Ali.